Just make it clap. Just make it clap.
So, are you tired of it yet? I know I am. The same old shit. Year after year after year, election after election after election. We just saw a state of disunion like I've seen it over the years, but I've never seen it with this much vitriol, this much divisiveness. It's always been Republican against someone else, and it's never going to change until we as American people stand up and say enough. Enough of this bull. Enough of this left against right, right against left, conservative against liberal. It's a bunch of bull, and we keep falling into it, and nothing gets done. Our economy, it's great for a certain segment of Americans. This is supposed to be for all Americans. Yet, we continue to elect these same individuals. And Trump's election was because Obama. It was retribution for Obama. You knew how much that Trump was against Obama, and that's a racial issue in this country. The birther thing with the birth certificate for Obama, and this was a way of getting back. It's revenge. And it's ridiculous. I'm sick of it. What we need in this country is a third, fourth, and fifth party. And we need to stop campaign contributions from corporations. That needs to be illegal. Corporations, even though you were talking about that corporation situation where their entities are supposed to be like singular people, so therefore they can make donations to that's got to stop. That's got to stop. That's a conflict of interest. And that's why we have the kind of corruption that we have in our politics and in our government today. And so, folks, I'd like to hear your point of view. I'd like to hear whether you think there's unity. As soon as Trump says we need unity, but the only way we're going to have unity is if you stop trying to investigate me from doing wrongdoing. It's so disingenuous. The entire system is a joke. It's a joke. And if you noticed that one part of the House will stand up and clap, and the other will sit there with stoic faces as if they're completely against. There is no unity. And he talked about socialism. I don't know if I specifically want socialism, but if I look at the definition of socialism, what I get, the definition of socialism: a political and economic theory of social organization which advocates that the means of production, distribution, and exchange should be owned and regulated by the community as a whole. Well, you know me. I'm all about fair. And if you're someone who's a Republican or a right-wing and you think it's fair that you have more than someone else in this country, then screw you. And I'm sure I'll get the comments in the comment section, and I don't care, because I'm about fairness. And because of that, you can't really ever point the finger at me and say, oh, you want something for yourself more than you want for others. No, I don't. I just want fairness. So if it means that people who make over $8 million a year or whatever it is should have to pay more tax money, absolutely, because you're making more money. And if you're a person who's poor, you should have to pay less taxes because you're making less money. All these things balance out. So I'd like to hear your comments. I'd like to know whether you think we have a state of a union in this country, whether there is any kind of cohesive, collective unity in this country that is going to get us anywhere where we need to go. Because this fighting back and forth, this discourse, doesn't do any good for our country. It doesn't do any good for you, and it doesn't do any good for me. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you again next time. Peace.